Here's the deal. I want to go through the optional place before leaving. Haste makes waste. The worst thing I can do in these circumstances is to just try to rush through the place. In fact, that's pretty much the only way I can just mess up and die here. I would have to get caught, fail 5 bottle breaks in a row, then get caught another time. No, this is almost impossible. The degree of incompetence, I mean, it's not impossible, believe me, I can possibly rise to the challenge. The degree of incompetence which would be necessary for that to happen is tremendous, but do not underestimate my power. That wailing, that's probably the knife lady. The knife little lady. The biggest problem with her is, of course, disengaging, nothing else. You have to approach this guy from the other side. Well, actually... No. He's facing me, so basically I'll be able to approach him from the right sort of angle, if only I sneak up behind him. Wait, that's the Shrieker, isn't it? That guy's, you know, he's gonna get an up. He's not gonna stay on the scene. Fine. Have it your way. No, I think yeah, I've eliminated these guys before. Alright, fine, never mind. Unless... No, these are the same guys I've eliminated already, I think. It's all downstairs. So do not freak out, yeah. There's one guy upstairs. One guy, that's it. What? I can't. Damn it. Oh. I mean, I can smoke him. I should have visited the extra place when I had the chance. Don't you dare. Buddy, you might want to turn around. Okay, if he turns around over here, that's the worst possible outcome. Where's he running to? To his original destiny? Oh, this was presumably the guy who was munching, right? If he turns around, I can just blast him in the head with a shotgun. He started munching on the same guy from a different angle. Oh yes. Now to find the lady. What are you even doing? I'm serious here. What are you doing? Yeah. Are you actually interested in following me? Because you seem pretty stupid, honestly. You were munching on the floor. Lady? Hello? Anything? Alright, I forgot about this completely, but hypothetically, when they round the corner, if they're after you, can just stab them. So, technically, you don't need to lose them. You can just perform a completely different trick where you round the corner, wait in there like a maniac. Over there, round the corner, and then you stab them in the face as they round it. Perfectly viable. Should have been doing that for a while now. Lady, there's nothing there. Oh no, can they be aware of my presence when that happens? Well, we are about to find out. I don't think they can. No, they can't. Listen, you moron. I've missed 2 shots. That's pathetic. I don't know. I think I was aiming reasonably properly. Well, either way, down she goes. Time to switch to another weapon entirely. I don't think there are any more of them left upstairs. Not that that makes my situation much better. I still have all those ones downstairs to worry about. Mostly the Shrieker. Listen, that Shrieker gets procced. Something scares that Shrieker, I'm done for. Which means that I have to eliminate every last one of them without alerting the Shrieker. Unless I have some means of eliminating the Shrieker without raising suspicion. Yeah, I don't necessarily have any ammo for the sniper rifle. I do have flaming bolts. And I can possibly try to nail the Shrieker right in the head. But, well, there's a risk factor associated with that, so to speak. I can just use brute force, absolutely. Weapon parts. I do have over 1,000 weapon parts, so I could have gotten the upgrade for the smoke cloud, but I didn't. All right, where is that room I wanted to visit? That side room. Right through there, I guess. You know, it's not the best idea to just go directly there. Anything goes wrong and I'm heading upstairs. That's my plan for... Oh no, you have to take her out twice. I am heading upstairs after this, so don't fret. Who's fretting over here, seriously? I think I'm fine. The Shrieker is right there, as you can see, by the stairs. So I absolutely need to be cautious, but other than that, I'm reasonably fine. I just need to knife the knife lady again. Sneak past the Shrieker, knife the knife lady. I can also try to knife the Shrieker twice before taking out the other haunted. I'm not sure if that's an advanced strat, a suicide mission, or what else, but they do ultimately return to their posts. So there's no need to absolutely monumentally panic. I think she's just facing that direction for level more. I'm wrong, and had I turned the corner, I would have possibly died. Right then and there. If she approaches me, I'm stabbing her in the face. Look to the left. Look to the right. There's no Sebastian here. Yeah. Yeah. Slowly turn around. Dejected. And the stab to the head takes you out. Don't raise a ruckus. You are already dead. Need a little bit of feasting, but guess what? There are many of them though. Look, if I want to go to the side room before progressing, I presumably should go to the side room right now. It's about damn time. And further down the line, I can take care of these haunted. I just need a single smoke cloud. I'm not sure if I'll be able to deal with the Shrieker that way. And of course, there are terrible deleterious effects of her getting upset. The worst part about what I'm doing right now is that if I need an exit, if I need to get out of here because I get attacked, well then I'm running into territory that is absolutely not clear, that is absolutely not safe.
Are these Union citizens? What's Mobius doing with them?
Sebastian, we have the answer already. We know what's been happening. They've been turning into the Lost, and so on. Reconnecting. Follow, yeah, in search of Hoffman and O'Neill. Are we seriously still buying this? Are we supposed to be stupid enough to actually believe this? Objection. Oh no. Hold on. We are on our way to reach a resonance that directly mentions that monstrosity that has been hunting them. Every single time we found a resonance of that thing, we've also had to face a little stealth sequence with that thing. Although, pretty much every single time we have managed to retrieve some sort of a personal memory. So I think what I'm getting myself into over here is going to be something along those lines. Yes, I'm going to get into another stealth sequence. Horrifying. I'm just piling on problems. But I'll struggle through. I'll make it through this. Surely I will. Surely I will. Oh boy. I know what's coming. Yeah, no kidding. Of course I know what's coming. What? Wait, what? Oh, goodness. Oh, I got so Fine, investigate. Computer file, Pit Observatory. It's lonely in here and creepy. Dumping these bodies, these things into this pit. They were busy little bees. It's incredible, isn't it? Because it's not like they were completely helpless. No, they've tried their best. So yeah, they've identified that there was this problem, that there were these Lost. They've tried taking them down. They did take plenty of them down. Then they tried studying them. They tried to figure out what was going on, what was the cause, etc. Once they dealt with them, they tried dumping them into the pit. Well, this is the pit. What have they done with all the haunted they have slain? They dumped them into the pit. But of course, dumping them all in one place is also a bad idea. Ugh. Slowly in here and creepy, dumping these bodies, these things into this pit, and they just keep coming. How did I end up with this detail? Dude, of all the things, dumping them when they are dead into the pit is not the worst thing that can happen to you, considering the circumstance, considering what's happening. Been hearing things, voices coming from the pit, but that can't be. But if they aren't coming from the pit, then they're in my head, and that's even worse. Oral hallucination is one of the symptoms. But I can't be infected. It's not a virus or bacteria, it's a mental thing that only infects citizens whose memories have been rewritten. At least that's what they told me. Shit. I've got to keep it together. It's just loneliness that's making me think like this. Loneliness and being around these freaky corpses. It's not the phenomenon. And once again, it may be easy for us to look at this and figure out, well, if we were in those circumstances, we would do what? You're in this spot, you think you're gonna turn into one of those monstrosities. What? Do you tell people? It's kind of like the zombie infectee dilemma.
Oh no. It's coming. I gotta get out of here.
I've told you. I've told you we would be forced to endure one of those sequences.
Looks like it goes down forever.
Here's the problem, Sebastian. It's out of the frying pan and into the fire. Where exactly are you supposed to go? You have nowhere to hide. Well, look, if it's out there, at the other end of the tunnel, what do? Run? Can you leave this vision? Will that play out properly? I can't. There's nowhere to run to.
That thing again.
Yes. Well, I can't hide behind it if you keep lifting it up. Oh, great. Yeah, this is a dead end, so that's a no-go. I hope I got a quick save, because if I fail here, well, I just fail. Monumentally. I'm saying, what are you supposed to do exactly? When she's not looking, go behind the other pillar? Yeah, that's my best bet. Well, presumably not when she's looking this way, so right now is not necessarily the best moment. Presumably when she's looking right. Fuck off. No. No! No! I have failed miserably. Reload me at this scene, okay? Not. What? Reloaded me on the right? What? Okay, it's somewhat random. I think I have to just go around the room. And once again, it's relatively simple. You just gotta time it properly. But I didn't. I failed. You literally have to click the thing at the right moment. How difficult can that be? Okay, behind that pillar next. As she's facing right, basically. It's really not that difficult. Well, can you actually hide behind this one? Because it's basically not the... Okay, when she looks, once again, slightly to the side, I guess. What? But I've... you damn game. Well, I've made it down here. Am I safe? So yeah, I have been spotted because I failed, but we're not done yet. No, wrong direction. Come on, the interface is somewhat clunky, I guess. Not that clunky. I can do it. I can do it. I know I can. Relax. Does she know? Well, I can't quite get through here now, can I? However, she keeps on messing with things, and that provides me with an opportunity, I guess, to sneak by. But how? How? Fine, as she goes the other way, I'll hide behind the cabinet. I can go through here. Okay, this needs to be lifted up, I guess. Something needs to be lifted up. The exit is behind her. Yeah, there's not many places for her to go, but not many places for me to go either. I don't suppose I'm supposed to make a break for it. Well, what am I supposed to do then? I just don't know. Go around her when she's not looking? That's crazy. Can't go through the... Can't go through here, so this is the only path. Look, if I run into her, that's instant death. Don't think I can hop on over that. Can I? No, I cannot. This is blocked. Whoa, wait, I can go around here, fair enough. Yeah, I'm basically out. Yeah, so it would appear, of course. All right. It's all covered all the way to the exit right now. So it's not much of a threat. I just have to be brave enough to try to go through that. I don't know. I would love to find out, but I don't think we are afforded much of an opportunity to... Well, we are given shreds of... Oh, the end of the report! Read it. I knew it would be the bottom part of the top of the torn psychological report. The top half of the paper has been torn off. We've read it. Be kept on duty and observed. The information gained from this experience in STEM could be invaluable for the organization. They were questioning his sanity, and he kept on insisting on the things he has seen. The guy who has interviewed him was in on the entire deal. He didn't let it slip, but he was actually gathering intel. He believed him. He was pretending not to. Asshole. I can't remember the beginning, but I could look it up. Either way, the continued part is be kept on duty and observed. Presumably the conclusion. The information gained from this experience in STEM could be invaluable for the organization. It has been posited that STEM immersion can have long-lasting residual effects. Detective Castellanos is unique in that he has entered and left STEM without standard preparation, all memory override. We could learn a lot about the mental repercussions of STEM use by simply letting him go about his business while we observe from a distance. I will continue to track Detective Castellanos' mental state via our mandated therapy sessions and will report any findings to the organization on a weekly basis. Walter Hellington, Side A.
Damn. Mobius were using me as their guinea pig. Long-lasting residual effects. They knew STEM would scar me like this.
No, that's not true. They didn't know it would happen. They were just observing what did happen. They thought anyone exposed to this level of horror would just buckle under the immense pressure. But that's not what happened. Not exactly. Also, I technically got spotted at the very tail end, but at least I had the presence of mind to keep on running, to embrace my failure and run. Yeah, so that happened both times, I guess. Both times I just decided to leg it. Letter from police chief. Those are indeed his memories that he's exploring over here every single time. Well. So I guess what happens is you face your deepest fears. Tatiana had a point there, didn't she? That's what happens. You have to face your past. Can you actually face it? The 17th of November 2014. Jim here. Just a quick note to give you an update on the Castellanos Beacon situation. We're sending Sebastian in for mandatory counseling. The Beacon incident needs to be kept under wraps. The police chief was in on the deal. He was on the take. I mean, how else would they have managed to get this all done? How else would they have managed to get Kidman in? The cops were... I mean, the police chief was in on it. Kidman was in on it, but Sebastian didn't know. He couldn't have known. Jesus. We're sending Sebastian in for mandatory counseling. The Beacon incident needs to be kept under wraps, and the good detective is our only loose end. We have many operatives in KCPD, but not enough to ensure total information blackout. Fortunately, our staff psychologist is on the organization's payroll. Once we determine how much Castellanos knows, we can easily instill self-doubt through these sessions. When we're through with him, Sebastian won't be sure if what he witnessed at Beacon was real. Not that he needs much help. He's been stumbling through his assignments like a zombie. Poor son of a bitch is obviously having trouble dealing with whatever happened to him in the... I must feel bad for him. Almost, Chief. Almost. You're his direct superior. Should be out the... I almost feel bad for him. I've known the guy for over a decade. It's like he's a different person now. But that's the price of progress. If you want to make an omelet, you gotta break an egg or two. James Van Kirk, KCPD. I understand a certain degree of ruthlessness, but...
Kidman was right. They are everywhere. They were right under my nose the entire time.
Wait, I've collected 34 out of 40 documents? Assuming I haven't missed any, which is perfectly feasible, there are only 6 left. This would be the tail end of the game. Damn. He can't be exploring his memories, because that's something he can't remember. Obviously, he has never read these reports. These are personal, I'll grant you that much, but these are not his memories. They relate to his memories. I know that, I mean, yeah, that's very inviting of you, doll. Will you spit me out on the other side, safe?
A way out?
I don't know. Maybe it's a way into the belly of the beast. Ruvik, yes. I know you're in STEM right now, but at least you know what's going on. Don't...
My fault.
No.
It's all my fault.
You know it's not.
What the hell is this? Can't move on. Can't move. The source of my pain is me. The part of me still stuck in STEM. Never getting out. No. I'm wrong. I will get out. But without you.
Sebastian. Was a part of him actually stuck in STEM?
What was that? It felt different than the others. More real. Like something changed. I feel good.
Catharsis.
Huh. My trusty revolver. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Is that the last one rather than an earlier one? Have you actually managed to come to terms with your past? To put it behind you? I know it was a largely metaphorical encounter. Look, it's possible that these reports were not actual reports. For all we know, these are the sorts of things he imagines are the case, not the things that are the case. It's possible. Maybe this is the way he figures things are, not the way they actually are. Yeah, we've checked the pit. Although, in a different frame of mind. But, is it the final one? That little slide? We'll check it, I guess, eventually. Although, of course, getting out of here is not gonna be easy, but... Oh yeah, I'm so glad he feels relieved. Well, we're not done here, Sebastian. He has conquered his demons, and that may give him a decent bit of power, indeed. But we're not through yet. Not by a long shot. Can they walk underneath this? Because I don't think they can. And if they can't, I could just pelt them from here with impunity. Well, I think I know what I'll do. I think I know exactly what I'll do. Now, it's gonna take time because it has to keep on turning around, since that's the way I want to do it. But here's the idea. I know I have to backstab it twice. So let's do just that. I'll backstab it once, then disengage going all the way over here. It can't cross the shutters, so I'll disengage almost immediately. I'll give it some time to cool off. Once it does, I'm going right back out there, stabbing it one final time and putting it out of its misery. At which point the Shrieker will no longer be a threat. And all the other ones, all the other Haunted, I can take out with ease. So let's roll with that. Yeah, it has to go all the way here, then turn around. It's gonna take a while. I'll wait. So it's as good of a plan as any. And then I presumably should head back and save. Is that mirror available over there? I decided not to go for it last time. Maybe this time I'll have a better time. I don't know, we'll see. You are beginning to annoy me. It's not coming. This is so stupid. So absolutely ridiculous. Oh, Sebastian feels better. Now I feel better. How does that work? I was just notified. I was literally just told. Oh, I feel better now. Does that really make me feel better? Turn around, you putrid, wretched sack of guts. Stab! 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 Round and round we go. Yeah, I know it's a stamina draining experience. That's okay. As you can hear by the music, you've disengaged! Can't find you. Unlocking this part was brilliant. Unless, of course, all of these guys get up. At which point this is gonna be a slaughter. Have all of them been alerted? Possibly. So what? What does that imply exactly? They're not here. They're not here to protect it. Lament all you want. The moment you turn your back on me again, you're going down. Look to the left and look to the right. Or rather, the other way around, I guess. Right, then left. Right. Left. No, go on, go on. Turn around. You know you want to. I'm not gonna waste ammo on you. You're going down the old-fashioned way. I know I have the smokes, but it's fine. The biggest problem I have with disengaging every single time is that I basically never know which direction I'll be facing. I don't know. Maybe as a convenience, every single time you backstab something, it just whips you around 180 so you're facing the other way. But my intuition every time is to whip 180 to turn the other way and then run back. So if that happens, I'm whipping 360 and then I'm confused because I'm facing the wrong way. I'll presumably have to review the recordings to actually figure out what on earth happens in such a circumstance. I know I could have used the smokes, but I did the second best thing. Or maybe even the best thing. The shot is absolutely brilliant. No one can cross underneath. It's like hiding in the vents. You're invincible. Oh, yeah, there's one right there. I should use the cloud of smoke, I guess. What, on a single one of them? Nah. Let's collect resources. Oh yeah, there's one over there, feasting. Well, more than one, I guess. Could go for them. And I eventually will. I think this is the way back. Yeah, this is the way back. So let's go to the mirror and save. They might jump out at me. Whatever, if they do, then so be it. I can deal with that. I have the smoke. As long as you don't cut off my escape. I mean, they might have locked me in for all I know. Oh, no, you can just walk out and save. That's brilliant. And I want to talk to Kidman. And I want a pony. Whew. Well, that's a welcome sight. A sight for sore eyes. It's a... Oh, so glad I'm here. Okay, okay. Oof. Tatiana, I feel better now. Anything I can craft? Oh my goodness, so many things to do. Weapon upgrades. Bolts, smoke bolts. The X spot, yes. Smoke bolts, tier 4. Glorious. Magnificent. It's all a mess.
We've got to stop meeting like this, Detective.
Oh, you.
You need my assistance again.
I do. I could use some information most of all.
I sense that. But it's all I can sense at this juncture.
What do you mean?
There's something here that's making things murky for me. For everyone in here. Although there aren't many left in here to clear things up for. You're one of the last. But for how long?
That's ominous.
Let's get you taken care of, shall we?
She can't think clearly. That's how bad things.
How am I ever going?
That's how bad things have gotten. Ugh. Everything is collapsing. But once again, does she actually exist independently in any capacity? Or is she just a figment of his imagination? It's the moment of truth. The most important part over here is it the last slide? Because if it is, I'm gonna be kicking myself for having missed 2. It would, however, make perfect logical sense, considering the fact that he has come to terms with his past. But how did I miss 2? Well, where could they have possibly been? It's not. Okay, thank goodness. All right. So Sykes' one is over the... It's the penultimate. Makes perfect logical sense. If you try to find everything, you're gonna find it. But this path I'm going down, it happens fairly late. Interesting. This is the 4th to last. Once again, absolutely fascinating. Which means that there's yet another one afterwards. Only then does Sykes' come into play. And then the final one. Okay, tell me about this. What happened after Beacon, I guess. Well, we know about this part. He did have this part of the container. Ruben Victoriano, Mobius. He was desperately trying to track this down. Obviously, it wasn't just in his mind. He had this.
Kidman, come in.
I'm here, Sebastian. What's up?
Ever get the feeling you don't know what's real anymore?
More than most people. Although probably not as much as you.
The first time I was inside STEM, I didn't know I was in it. Even when I got out, I was never totally sure that I'd ever left. And when I tried to explain what happened...
People told you you were crazy.
Of course. If someone came to me with my story, I'd have them committed for their own protection.
I know. I'm with Mobius, and it still took me a while to adjust after Beacon. It was like living in a perpetual state of deja vu. Sometimes I still get a little confused.
And that's why you stayed out this time?
I don't ever want to go back into STEM again if I can avoid it.
Consider yourself lucky. Union is like having deja vu in the middle of a dream about deja vu. I hope I can make it out of here with my mind intact.
I just hope you make it out of there, period. I'm not sure anyone gets out with their mind completely intact. STEM marks you in ways that I think no one's aware of yet.
That's why she wanted to stay out of it. She's been traumatized too. Of course she has been. One would expect that. Makes sense. Paul Kidman. Well, thank goodness I was able to sneak by and get here and save, and I haven't actually missed slides. I just got them in the wrong order, I guess, because I really wanted to take care of Sykes first. Which really doesn't make sense, except from a metagaming perspective. Ordinarily, having seen what I have seen, you're gonna chase after Harrison, after Yukiko, gonna try to find her and save her, alongside O'Neill, hopefully. Suspecting the worst, but hoping for the best. But I guess I'll find out what happened to them, won't I? There are 2 of those things feasting out the big whoop. I'll use the smoke cloud. Actually, smoke cloud even poisons at this juncture because I actually got that upgrade. So I can deploy it, run into it, backstab from a standing position, stabby stabby, we go through the door, and we don't know what happens next. Maybe Harrison is still alive. Maybe O'Neill is still alive. Quite frankly, at this point, I think I have higher hopes for O'Neill than I do for Harrison. I thought she was safe. I thought she was smart. I thought she wasn't gonna buy into this sort of ruse, but alas.